Hey, this is Tuhan Aditya from LightHaven. Today we are going to be going over a rarely seen and rarely used technique from Pekiti Tirsia Kali called the Trangkada. So the Trangkadas have been described in many different ways. I'm going to talk to you about the way it was taught to me by Grand Tuhon. Now, the way it was taught to me is that it was derived from the longer staff, longer stick, and it was later then sort of incorporated into bayoneting techniques. Essentially, it's when I am using both hands on the stick or the sword. Obviously, if I'm using a sword, this is where the edge is, this is where the edge is. I'm going to be bracing my open palm against the back of the blade, right? Like this, or the side of the blade. I'm not going to be holding on to the blade. If it's a stick, I can be holding on to the stick. Now, with this, I can hit from the top section, because essentially you have two punyos, right? You have one punyo here and you have one punyo here. So I can hit from the top section, I can hit from the bottom section again in this way, or in this way. I can strike with the top section or the bottom section as well, but I can also use this middle section to jam oncoming or incoming attacks, or to push against my opponent, make space so then I can have a nice big strike after that. However, an important thing to remember in this is that all of these are close range techniques. If I am at long range and I'm trying to enter like this, it's very possible that I get my hand hit. Only when I'm really close, after I've already made my entry, am I now going to use this either to strike low, to strike high, to hit with either of the punyos, to hit with the middle, make space, or even enter into all kinds of locking situations. We're going to be looking at 3 different entries. All of them are going to start with the umbrella, and then we're going to find different ways to get into these Trangkada positions. The idea is to go from long range, behind the umbrella, enter, and again start using the Trangkadas to cause some damage. So let's look at the first entry. I'm going to start with my non-weapon leg in front for this combination. I am going to imagine an angle 1 is coming. I'm going to switch my feet in that open triangle formation, have an umbrella. Now make sure your umbrella is covering your entire head and it's not here, it's covering your entire head. From here, I'm going to strike with that angle 1, and then as the stick comes up to my shoulder, instead of it loading on my shoulder, I'm going to grab it and then strike with the top part of the stick. I'm going to strike from here itself. I'm going to add another strike. So if you're familiar with our abecedario, you'll recognize this as our number 11 strike. So I've hit the head, I've hit the head again. Now from here, I am going to take the middle section and imagine I'm framing and pushing against my opponent's neck or shoulders or chest, and then I am going to step back with a big powerful angle 1. Now it could very well be that as I am pushing, they are going back, I step forward. With that, it really depends on how far you push them. For me, I'm not a very big guy. I just need to make a little bit of space before I can strike that big angle 1. So one more time, my non-weapon leg is in front, open triangle, umbrella, angle 1, hold the stick, strike with the top, hit the head, push, step back, angle 1. The next is going to be a similar entry, again behind the umbrella and behind the angle 1, except instead of going fluid angle 1, we're going to go broken angle 1. So same start, my non-weapon side is in front, I'm going to do open triangle, umbrella. From here, I hit with that broken angle 1, I pull it back into this Trangkada position, hit the head, frame and push, step back, big angle 1. It's a very similar combination to the first, except instead of me committing to that big angle 1, which could leave me open at closer ranges, I'm going broken and then from here itself attacking with the Trangkada and the top part of the stick. You can also hold and step in and hit with the back part, but that's really up to you. So one more time, non-weapon side legs in front, umbrella, I'm going to step forward now, straight down the middle with that broken angle 1, pull it back, hold the stick, hit with the top. Now one more option you have is that from here, instead of just going one hit and then pushing, you can hit as many times as you want and then push against your partner, and then big angle one to finish. You can do that as well. So one last time, umbrella, broken, hit, push, step back, angle one. Now in the first two combinations, we've been using this Trangkada and this top part of the stick to strike the face, but you can also strike low. So that's what we're going to do for the third combination, but we're going to do it straight from our umbrella directly into a low strike. Now for this, either you are really explosive and you can really cover a lot of distance with your footwork and your umbrella, or you are maybe a little bit closer, okay, and not maybe fully long range, you are a little bit closer in order to do this. The reason being that before I was going and either broken or fluid to cover the distance, right? Here I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go directly into that low thrust with that Trangkada. So again, similar beginning, non-weapon leg in front, umbrella to switch. From here itself, I'm going to hold and go low as I step in with that low shot. Now from here, either you can continue again low, or you can go low, high, push, hit. Now, one really important thing to remember is that if you are close to them, they are going to be hitting you, right? And oftentimes, if you have occupied the center line, it's rare that I am doing this while he is doing this. That's pretty rare. Almost always when you are really covering distance explosively, you are going to find that your opponent or your partner is going to be giving you these big attacks, not these tight attacks. And so if I'm going to be attacking him low, I need to also make sure that my high line is covered quickly, because that's where a lot of the strikes are going to come. Either he's going to be trying to make distance and hit me with the stick, or maybe he's going to hit me with the punyo. One other reason why the Trankadas are really effective is if I close range with my opponent and I'm trying to do these big punyo shots or this like a big strike with the stick, even if I'm really close, it's very easy for them to clip your arms. You'll see this happening really often. You end up in these weird clinch situations when you're doing the stick. But if I have this Trankada, it becomes really hard for people to start clipping my arms, because I'm never really exposing their weapon arm. Even if they hold on to this arm, it's very easy for me to disengage and just smack them across the head with their horizontal, which is again one of the reasons that Trankada is so effective at close range. So let's look at this last one more time. I'm here. Umbrella, from here itself, I'm going to hold, hit low, hit high, push, hit. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked what you saw, if you learned from what you saw, please do like and share this video. If you have anything to add, leave that in the comments down below. All of these things really do help out the school and the channel a lot. Also, please do subscribe to the channel. A huge thank you to all of our YouTube members and all of our patrons on our Patreon page. If you would like to know more about the exclusive content that we offer on both pages, check out the links in the description down below. Lastly, thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video.